I don't know, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I don't know where we are exactly, but this is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. Filling in for Jeff, here's the latest news now with Tanya.
It's 5 o'clock. Heavy rain across the UK with some snow. A full radar weather update on its way. You're up to date. It's 5:03.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault.
Right, be honest, right? This is well slick, isn't it? Compared to the nightmare we had yesterday, this, not saying the whole show was a nightmare, let's be honest, 85% of it was absolute tosh. This, Will, is good stuff, isn't it? Slick so far.
Very slick.
Minutes into it.
Well-oiled.
It's like a professional radio show on Absolute Radio. What a fetching hat you're wearing.
Thank you very much. To cover up my wiry ginger hair this afternoon.
You said it. Let's have the travel, shall we?
In London, then, the A11 is closed heading away from the capital this afternoon in Bow. It's because of an accident just outside of Bow Road Station. It's been closed off for a while, actually.
Into work, check voicemail, send email, answer phone, email finish, car, and breathe. The Home Time Show with Ambi Pure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
Right, so here's the first question of the day, kids. Is this afternoon, is it evening, or is it night time? I'm confused. I don't understand. 0330 123 1215, thank you.
Iain Lee. Hello. Absolute Radio.
Balls. It was all going very smoothly, and then we were being so cocky then, and when I finished the link going into the jam, I did what the radio people call speaking up to the vocals. It means I stopped speaking just as the Paul Weller and the boys started singing the song, and I threw my headset onto the studio desk and went, that's how you flipping do it. I didn't say flipping, actually. I used the stronger language than that. Let me tell you that, dear listener. And I was so busy gloating and glowing and basking in my glory, I forgot to cue up the next record. But do you know what? I did it as I was talking then!
Wow.
You're really achieving something now.
I'm achieving something. Now, what I want to achieve is, because I'm confused by this, I was telling someone earlier on today, I'm doing filling in for Jeff on the Home Time show, and it's on in the evening. So what time is it on? 5 o'clock. They said, well, no, that's not the evening. That's late afternoon. You're doing an afternoon show. I said, well, OK, but it finishes at night time. What time does it finish? 8 o'clock. Well, no, 8 is late evening. That's not night time. So what, Davis? What do you think? Where are we
I think now we're in late afternoon.
Right.
By 5:45, we're going to be in the early evening.
So what? Precise as
By
6:30,
6:30, we're going to be in the evening. There you go.
So hang on. What was that 45-minute window you installed?
These things are not easy. You've got to say, now we're in late afternoon. The sun's setting.
Yeah.
It's late afternoon.
But how can 5:45 be so precise?
Because I think by 5:45, the sun will have gone down.
Eloise, where do you think we are now?
I think we're in evening.
You think we're in evening? Well, let's go. We've got Paul in Ladbroke Grove. Paul, are you some kind of expert on time or something like that?
I am, actually.
Oh, well, there we go. I was being flippant, but it turns out he knows what he's talking about. What is your time qualification?
What's it? Time Prince.
A time prince. Well, there you go. That's not weird, is it? That's not weird. Where are we now, Paul?
Where we are right now at this moment, Iain, is twilight.
Oh, don't.
No, that's just a Ponzi answer.
Yeah, don't go all Ponzi and throw something else into the mix. That's but twilight's not a time. That's a type of light.
No. Well, it is actually a time continuum. And it's when people sort of go home and put their naughty socks on.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I've pressed the button that cuts you off. George is in Sidcup. George, where are we?
We're in early evening, mate.
So
Thanks, George.
So, no, hang on. You said this was late afternoon, Davis.
Oh, no, he's right.
Yeah. So this is... So... Oh, jeez. This is...
It's late afternoon, early evening. We're in that border where anything goes.
Does it?
Well, yeah, as far as those two times, you can meet up at any time. If someone said to me, late afternoon,
yes,
I'd be thinking 4 to 5.
Right.
Early evening, I'd be thinking 5 to 6.
Okay, so you're saying this is but this is early evening?
Yeah, late afternoon.
Oh, jeez. It's like a Venn diagram now. And what time does night begin?
Oh, night, that's like, 8.
Yeah. Neil?
Yeah.
Do you agree with George's slightly flippy, floppy analyses?
Time is flippy, floppy.
Not really.
I personally believe evening starts at 7. I wouldn't like to say when night starts. I think a little bit later than 8 o'clock, though.
Okay, okay. George, you're not happy with that? Oh, the phones... I can't believe it, right? Yesterday we did a structured show full of excellent topics. Something that just occurred to me as we sat down and I muffed up a link. The phones have gone mental. George, Neil, listen, thank you very much for that. It looks like this is the next 3 hours, kids, huh? All that preparation we did. Forget it. 0330 123 1215. You can email ian.lee@absoluteradio.co.uk. Is that right? Is that where we are now? Oh, there's always the fear you're going to say the old name or even another station's name. I've done that before. I once gave out my phone number on air as well. Most of it, apart from the last 2 digits. I was giving out a number, and it came so easily from my mouth.
Did everyone guess the last 2 digits?
No, well, some people did, and less said about that, the better.
Did you change your number?
Yes, I did. I had to change the number. Look at that. Did you see this strange old man wiggling away outside there, doing what I believe is we termed the electric boogaloo? Ben Jones.
He's the guy who used the word cowabunga yesterday.
Cowabunga. Ben Jones, his finger is on the pulse of himself to make sure he's still alive.
Next he'll be saying wowzers and rads.
We should do that. Well, I found myself sounding like an old fart the other day by saying wicked, but actually meaning it. Something good happened, I went, oh, wicked. And everyone went, sorry, what was that, Grandad?
You answered one of your emails groovy as well the other day.
I tell you, that's just because I was watching The Evil Dead the other day, and he says, Bruce Campbell says that a lot in there, and I realised that people may think I'm not being... You've got a text, have you, Eloise?
Yes, Teresa has the answer.
OK, we're asking, evening, nighttime, what?
She used to do... Oh, sorry, what did you just say?
Good to know we're
wow, Hayden, the vodka's been passed around
you
early.
just suddenly changed what you're asking.
No, I can't. I don't know what I said, but it was relevant to the conversation.
Okay, right. So Teresa used to do telephone research for BT.
Oh yes.
And they officially told her that evening starts at 6 p.m.
Hang on, what research into telephones would BT need to do? They are telephones, aren't they?
Maybe the tariffs. Maybe they get us different tariffs.
So it
after 6.
starts at 6 p.m. Let's go, Jackie. Oh, hang on, Jackie.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Jackie. What can you clear this up once and for all, please? I can't do a whole show dedicated to this.
Well, basically, I was brought up to believe that 6 o'clock was the start of the evening. So at the moment, we're in late afternoon. Because it doesn't matter what time the sun goes down.
No.
In the winter, it goes down at, 3.
Yeah.
In the summer, it goes down about 8 or 9 o'clock. It doesn't matter what time the sun goes down.
I think...
So at the moment, we're in late afternoon, 6 o'clock.
What time does nighttime start?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Jackie, thank you for that. Let's have the last call on this, please. I think it's all that Jeffrey's listeners can bear to stomach here. Mick, what's the definitive answer, please?
Well, it's fairly obvious to everyone that knows anything about hell night. It's dusk.
It's dusk. Oh, man.
Another twilighter.
Mick, would you agree with me, though? It's not the morning until you've been to bed. So even if you're, up at 4 o'clock at night time, you've got to go to sleep before it becomes the morning.
You are correct.
Mick, can I ask you...
when it's night time, because it's dark.
It turns out we're talking to a Muppet. Unfortunately, we're stuck with him now. Mick, can I ask you a question? I'm going to throw out to the other listeners as well, and they can take part if they want. I normally do a show Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, and I kind of know what people are doing then. They're either in bed, or they're, they've just finished watching Last, or they're dry. So I know what people are up to. I have no idea what people are doing at this time of the late afternoon / early evening. So can I ask you, Mick, what are you doing?
I'm just driving someone to Marylebone Station.
Are you a cabbie, are you?
I am.
There we go. You could Mick, listen, thank you very much for that. That's because we mentioned this yesterday, what we'd normally be doing. I would be waking up from a doze and seeing if there was Flog It or something on the telly, if I'm completely honest. So what are you doing now? Is the question, dear listener. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number with which to give us a call. You can email ian.lee@absoluteradio.co.uk. I'm talking because we're supposed to be going to travel. Do I play some adverts before that?
Yes, please.
Not written that down on the cheat sheet. He's given me a cheat sheet.
He's not slick up till then.
Written that down. Let me just write that. So adverts. Davis has made me look like a Muppet. Brilliant. Okay, there we go.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault.
Just had an email from someone saying, you're not very good, get off the air and bring back Jeff Lloyd, it sounds like Radio 4? Doesn't sound anything like Radio 4. This is the most unlike Radio 4 thing I think we could possibly be doing, isn't it? Here's Will with the travel.
If you're heading out of London this afternoon, the A11, it's still closed going away from the capital in Bow because of an accident just outside of Bow Road Station. Keep up to date with all the latest on the roads, absoluteradio.co.uk/travel.
Thank you, Will.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault Van Month. There are great offers including air conditioning available at your local Renault dealer this month. Visit renaultvans.co.uk for terms.
At the end of the day, turn your car into a world of freshness. And breathe. The Home Time Show with Ambi Pure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
This is
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
She would never say where she came from. Still I'm gonna miss you.
Aww. The Rolling Stones. You were singing along to that like nobody's business, Eloise.
I was, but I'm a terrible singer.
Yes, I know, and that's why I'm going to ask you if you could stop doing that, please. Got some business. The National Blood Service is asking us all, please, don't give up giving blood. Blood is constantly needed in our hospitals, and your local blood bank needs new regular donors now. Simply type your postcode into blood.co.uk to find out your nearest venue. Or, to book an appointment and to find out more information, call the National Blood Service on 08457 711 711. I'm O+, which is like the common one. It's not... And I was a little bit disappointed when I went in and they said, oh, you're O+, and they give you a little key ring, and it's like, oh... She goes, no, that's good, because that's the one everyone's got. You know, most people have got, so you'll always... But you want to be the one... There's one that, like, cures all bloods, and you want to be that, don't you?
That's Rocky.
Rocky's got
running
that.
in here.
Rhesus negative.
You want to be a bit rhesus negative, don't you? We're asking, what are you doing now, Eloise? Have we got some answers, please?
Oh, yeah, we've got a good one from Rosie, who is mopping the floor and drinking. I like her style.
Yeah, mopping the floor and drinking. I imagine there's quite a few Absolute listeners. I don't want to cast any aspersions, but I imagine quite a few of them are lushes. It's 5:30, it's drinky time. Come on, have you got one more for us, Eloise, please?
Yeah, we've got Andy, who right now, and it's making me jealous, is cooking sweet Thai chilli pork strips with white rice and carrots and peas.
Oh, it sounds blooming awful, if you ask me. It's time now for the latest news with Tanya.
Cricket bosses across the world say the sport must go on despite today's terror attack on the Sri Lankan team in Pakistan. You're up to date. It's 5:32.
Can you call in, please, if you're smelly? I'll tell you why. No, I tell you why. I just caught a whiff of myself, and I stink. And I'm clearing out the attic, and I didn't have a wash or anything afterwards. So if you smell... 0330 123 1215 tonight, this afternoon, evening. I don't know, it's confusing, isn't it? We're celebrating everybody who's just a little bit whiffy. Thank you. I put this music on because I think we've had the grimmest email I've ever seen in my life. It's from Lewis.
Oh, no.
So get ready. This is to you, Eloise.
Yeah.
Hello. Already, it's just wrong. And it just comes from apropos nothing.
Right.
I would cook us a 3-course meal. The starter would be sexy oysters. The main would be battered sausage and chips.
Classy.
And for pudding, I'd give you I'll rephrase that. I'll make you a banana split. I've made that radio friendly.
Made that PG.
I hope I've made it radio friendly. Give us a bell if you're up for it. Sweet cheeks. Well, hello. Are you up for it?
Have
a think about it. We've been asking people, what are you doing now? Richard, what are you doing now?
Hello. I'm driving my way up to Leicestershire to attend awards.
What awards are they?
Well, I'm a nurse advisor for diabetes.
Yes.
And I teach GPs and practice nurses how to treat people with diabetes in practice and run the Warwick course.
Well done.
University.
Yes. What are the awards, though?
Well, the awards are for being the best nurse advisor of the year.
The best, ladies and gentlemen, I give you here. This is the rest of the show. What awards have you been to? And I've hosted a few. The best nurse advisor of the year awards are happening in Leicester. You say?
Well, it's the finals, so literally it's a half-a-day assessment I'm going to for tomorrow.
So, Richard, what are your chances? Do you think you're in a good position here?
Oh, do you know what? Don't count your money and never bet on your chances, isn't it?
I didn't. Thank you, Richard. Let me just cut him off quickly. I didn't understand that bit at the end. I didn't understand it. We're operating in 7-second delay, so hopefully he won't hear what I've just said. But I didn't understand it.
He's going to the Nurse Advisors Award.
The Nurse Advisor of the Year Awards, which is fantastic. That's great, isn't it? Very quickly before we got time for a quick. Let's do Craig very quickly. Craig, we're celebrating smelly people. Do you stink?
Yes, I do.
Tell me. Well done. Tell me why.
Because I'm a builder. I'm a very posh builder.
I
am a builder.
You're a posh. You are very posh, aren't you?
Well, yes. It comes from having a high-class education.
You don't have to justify. Hey, man, you don't have to justify being posh, but you stink, do you?
Yes, because as a result of my work, which is very dirty, I tend to wear the same clothes for about a week.
Oh, yes. My washing machine is broken, so I can't clean no clothes.
You're wearing the same top as yesterday,
the same top and the same trousers as yesterday. How about that, Craig?
Doesn't beat a week.
Yeah, wait, you're right, it doesn't... Well, there we go. There we go. Who's been wearing the clothes they're wearing now for the longest? Can anyone beat a wheat? What, a wheat?
A wheat?
Oh, dear.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money.
This is
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
We're getting...
Radio Travel with Renault.
Nuts! Renault, I forgot you again. I'm sorry. It was going well, wasn't it, Will?
It was.
Well, it was. We were getting lots of emails about smelly people. We'll just very quickly do the one about the smelly husband. Have you got it there?
Yeah. My hubby stinks because he's broken his arm and he can't shower properly, so he can't even put deodorant on.
Oh, man. I've never broken a bone. It gets all smelly, does it, I suppose, if you're not washing? I'm looking at Will as though... Will, of course, you smell fragrant and delightful.
You smell beautiful today, like a rose garden.
Well, no, I wouldn't quite go that far, but you smell all right, mate.
Thanks.
Can we have the travel, please,
yes,
sir?
Still very busy heading out to London this afternoon. The A11 remains closed. That's going away from the capital in Bow.
After a hard day at work, turn your car into a delightful meadow of freshness. And breathe. The Home Time Show with Ambi Pure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
Oh, I like this song. I couldn't remember what it was when I read it, and now I've heard it. I like this. 0330 123 1215. Who's the smelliest? How long have you been wearing your clothes, and what are you doing now? And also, we'll be giving you details how to get tickets for the V Festival soon. After this, thank you. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. You that dirty drum, just come in there and give that classical music the kick up its backside it needs. We've got Lewis on the line. Hello, Lewis.
Where?
Good late afternoon. You're not pervy, Lewis, are you?
No.
Okay, because we've been getting perverted emails from a gentleman called Lewis, directed to Eloise, and
that was me, but it's nothing pervy.
Well, it is quite pervy, saying you want to give her a banana split for a pudding. He says, just to clear everything up there. Let's not dwell on it, Lewis. What can we do for you?
Well, you put out what am I doing at the minute?
Yes, we did this. I remember asking specifically, what is Lewis doing right now?
Sure you want to go down this road considering the emails he's been sending?
I'm hovering over his fader and the dump button, so we should be all right.
Oh, no. Do you want me to make up something to make me sound cool, or do you want the truth?
Tell us the truth, my friend. Tell us exactly what you're doing now.
Okay, it's very exciting. Are you ready?
Yes.
Drum roll?
No.
I'm making a soup.
He's making a soup now, everybody! He's making... What flavour soup are you making, Lewis?
Pure...
Couldn't give a stuff. OK, I couldn't care less. Well done, Lewis, thank you. What a dirty man. What a dirty, dirty man he is. OK, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. It's also the number to call on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Oh, exciting. If you want to get tickets to the Virgin Media V Festival, you can see The Killers, Oasis, the specials. I don't really like the specials, but I'd like to see them anyway because they're the specials. You know,
exactly. You got
they're legends. I'm not a fan of all that kind of skanky ska thing, but I'd like to see the specials. Do you know what I mean?
And they will be special.
Do you know who the specials are, Eloise?
do.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This town, it's like a blooming ghost
Don't
town.
sing them.
Spooky, spooky. That's what it's all about. What was the other song they did? Spooky Ghost Town.
Gangsters.
Don't know that one.
Specials.
Anyway.
Too much, too young.
Oh, that was, of course they did. And that's how it starts, isn't it? Too much, too young. That's how it's like, isn't it? Too much, too young. Hey, you done too much. Much too young, and now you're married with the kids when you should be having fun with, oh. Was that them?
That was the
Oh,
Specials.
wicked. Nice one. I like them. Well, in that case, I'd love to see the specials. Where are they on? Oh, at the Virgin Media V Festival. I'll have some of that. And loads of other bands and stuff like that. If you want to get tickets, Friday morning at 10 a.m, go to absoluteradio.co.uk, or you can call the phone number 0330 123 1215. Also the number to call up tonight. In the next hour, I'm going to be asking you what songs, what albums, what bands can you just not listen to? Are there some that, for whatever reason, remind you of, like, an ex, or remind you of, like, a bad episode of EastEnders, or remind you of your night that you just puked your guts up? 0330 123 1215, songs, bands and albums that you can't listen to. This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio, filling in for Jeffrey Lloyd. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Don't panic. Stop sending the abuse. Get over it. 0330 123 1215 is the number. Here's the news with Tanya.
It's 6 o'clock, mainly dry for the southeast of England. I've got a full radar weather update shortly. You're up to date. It's 6:03.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault.
Now, very exciting there. Michael Jackson playing the concert. I'm not a Jackson fan, but I'd go and see him. I would love to go and see Michael Jackson. Will you, Jackson? You ready for Michael Mania?
Not really, but I'm the same as you. I'd go.
Yes, I never.
Just a stare.
I tell you what got me into him. I was playing Guitar Hero the other day, and Beat It came up, and it turns out that song's brilliant.
I know the dance to that.
I know how to play it on a plastic guitar that's not a real guitar, so up yours the laws, I believe, is the phrase. Will Gowing is here with the travel. Will, what have you got for us, please?
Starting in the southeast then this afternoon, the A11, it's still closed heading away from London in Bow because of an accident. Keep up to date with all the latest on the roads this afternoon, absoluteradio.co.uk/travel.
Good stuff, thank you, Will.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault Van Month. There are great offers, including a year's paid road tax, available at your local Renault dealer this month. Visit renaultvans.co.uk for terms.
Iain Lee. Absolute Radio.
Who can do the best David Bowie? Everyone can do a David Bowie, can't they?
No. When we did this on the Sunday night show, I had the merciless Mick
I'm
Taylor.
David Bowie, I'm on the internet. Download my podcast for free. www.davidbowie.net. That is not bad.
It's not bad. I'm not going to get any better than that.
Come on, Davis, let's have your Bowie. Bowie.
Hello, it's David Bowie here. See, everybody laughs at me. It's absolutely awful.
No, do that again. You sound like someone else. Do it again. Hang on, let's close your eyes and let's listen to it. Go on.
Hello, it's David Bowie here.
Michael Caine. That's what you just did.
Well, that's what everybody sounds like when they try and do an impression of anyone.
No,
In the end, you always sound like Michael.
I sound like David, but
I think you sound like Steptoe.
Can we hear your David Bowies, please?
I can't do it, but I'll
Here we
give it
go.
a shot. Come into the labyrinth.
Yeah, and mine was bad.
Yes. So if you want to do it... Hey, listen, we're throwing stuff out here to talk about. If you have anything else you want to talk about, you're more than welcome to, but I'd love to hear your David Bowies. 0330 123 1215. Very quickly, before we go to Sylvia, who's called in on something completely random, earlier on I did ask for songs that you can't listen to because they have a memory for you. Don't just write in because I can't listen to Coldplay because they're rubbish. That's not, I can't listen to Oasis because I don't like... No, it's because they're associated with a memory. David, give us an example that's been sent in, please.
Fran from Croydon, when I was 7, 5-star Rain or Shine was on the radio whilst I was thinking of death. Yeah, nice. I'm 30 now, and if I hear the song, I get those thoughts back. Don't ever play that song anywhere near Fran in Croydon.
Oh, gosh.
Eloise, have you got anything?
Yeah, Sad Dawn from South London hates Love Shack by the B-52s because her mean boyfriend used to play it just to wind her up. And she's still in love with them, so it breaks her heart.
But I love them like 20 years later.
I know.
That's
He's so mean.
20 years later, man, get over it. Guess what? He ain't interested, love. That's what we're asking for. Songs that have got a memory to them, not just because you think the lead singer's an idiot. 0330 123 1215. Now, we've got Sylvia on the line. Hello, Sylvia.
Hiya.
How are you? You all right?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yeah, you're about to do something very exciting, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very nervous, actually.
Go on, what's happening?
I'm going on a date.
And it's a blind date.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you put yourself through that? They could be awful, couldn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Well, fingers crossed.
Where have you met this fellow? Is it through a friend?
On the dating website.
On the internet. Well done. It's very popular these days, and it's almost socially acceptable. So good for you. And have you seen a picture of him? Do you know anything about him?
I have seen a picture of him.
Yeah.
I know how old he is. I know where he works.
Did you do the thing, Sylvia, that I find that women do on the internet? They put a picture of like a sexy model, and then when you meet them and you get your money out or whatever, they actually quite ugly. Did you do that?
No, I didn't.
Well done. You've put a genuine picture. And where are you going for this date?
We're going to Angel Upper Street.
Well, don't give the exact... OK, well, we have that. That's in London, kids, for those who don't know. Don't tell us the restaurant then, because you'll probably get someone coming in pretending to be him and stealing all of your money, as these things do.
No, I think we're going to go for a drink only.
Yeah, go for a drink. Well, tell you what, you're meeting him at 7, are you?
Yeah.
Could you do us a favour? Could we call you about 7:15? And find out if he's got the thumbs up or not. Well, hang on.
Yeah, no problem. Cool.
I mean, in terms of being acceptable and being a nice gentleman.
No problem.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all. I do apologise. OK, so listen, Sylvia, we'll give you a call 7:15.
All right, guys.
Best of luck.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, we will do. Best of luck.
Good luck.
Let's hope he's not a psychopath. Well, there we go, Sylvia. Apologies for anyone offended by what slipped out of my mouth there. It wasn't meant at all. So we'll speak. Oh, I've put the wrong fader down. That's what I was doing. I meant to. We'll speak to you later, Sylvia. What a delightful day. Have you ever been on a blind date, Eloise?
I haven't, no.
It's just, why would you do it? It's just a nonsense, isn't it? It's going to be...
Back to it, yeah. I think...
It's going to be... Well, hey, listen, we may be at the start of a wonderful, loving relationship here. 0330 123 1215. Your David Bowie's ever been on a blind date? Are you smelly? Loads of stuff, basically. And music that you can't listen to because it's got a particular memory. More of your calls after this.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault.
It's time for the travel. Will, would you mind if I just hijack 20 seconds?
Yes, fine.
Eloise is relatively new to this group here, and it turns out that someone has set up a Facebook group, and I've found it.
Oh, no.
Ian Lee's Eloise Appreciation Society. It's Ian Lee's Eloise. I think Eloise has added something to the show. It has stopped being blokey. Hooray for Eloise! And there are 28 members, young lady.
Yes.
Soon to be 29. And Will, I'm assuming you'll be joining as well.
Yes, I will.
Excellent stuff. We will all join shortly. Let's have the travelling news, please, sir.
Starting in the southeast and the A11, it's still closed, heading away from London this afternoon in Bow.
Absolute Radio Travel.
Oh! It's only a tiny one. It was only it was a tiny mistake, and I think Mr. Grace has left the building. He won't know. So I can't listen. The one I can't listen to is a whole album. What was that Boo Radley's album that was quite good?
Wake Up, what, the one with Wake Up Boo on it?
Yeah. And it's quite a good pop album. I bought it in my third year at college, and it just reminds me of being miserable, of being betrayed by girls, and of college coming to an end and life. And suddenly it's like, oh, nuts, man! I've got to actually do stuff. What I did do was sign on for the next few years, and no, I can't say that on the radio, actually, a lot of the stuff I did. But it just reminds me of a miserable time, and I tried to listen. It popped up on my iPod, I think, the other day, on the shuffle, and I was listening to it for a bit, going, this is good. I can't listen to it anymore. It's so miserable. David, anything that you can't...
Was that Wake Up, the album? It's called Wake Up.
Is it something like that?
Yeah.
And it's not a brilliant album. I'm sure it probably doesn't date that well, but it's some good pop songs on there. But
I can't listen to 7 Seconds, Yes and Dora and Nena Cherry. Do you remember that one?
I love that. that.
No, I can't listen to
7
that.
seconds delay, just as long as I stay.
It's already bringing back the terrible memories.
I'll be waiting. Why can't you listen to that?
It's just, it was just a long time ago, 94, I think it was about 1994, I got very badly hurt by somebody.
Oh, it's all to do with girls. We
Yeah.
hate you girls.
Sorry.
Girls.
Me, though.
No, not you, but you personify womanhood in this room. So we take it out on you.
The other one that scares me is Jeff Wayne, the War of the Worlds. That album was frightening.
Dun, dun, dun.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
Very frightening.
Brilliant album, though. I love that.
Well, no, I don't know if it is brilliant. There's like 3 brilliant songs on there.
My mum had it on vinyl and used to play it all the time, and I love it.
I met Jeff Wayne, the tiniest man in the world. He's even smaller than Bruce Springsteen. You could put him in your pocket and run around with him. You don't ever know. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Eloise, we'll have to find out what yours is a little bit later on. I'm assuming you've got something in your...
I've got a couple.
OK, good work. It's time for this. This is Ian Lee, filling in for Geoffrey Lloyd on Absolute Radio. Yeah, that's what I said. Time for the latest news now. Here's Tanya.
The hunt's continuing tonight for around 12 masked gunmen who killed 8 people after ambushing Sri Lanka's cricketers in Pakistan. You're up to date. It's 6:32.
Record. Ian Lee. Ian Lee on Absolute Radio.
Yes, hi kids. Time for the Ambipure Fresh Track of the Week. AC/DC, Anything Goes, Dirty, Dirty Boys. There's your Ambipure Fresh Track of the Week. I'm a big fan of AC/DC, big fan of them, but they are a little bit creepy, aren't they? Where she goes, nobody knows. But I bet he's looking for her. Who's the singer with AC/DC? Brian Johnston.
Brian Johnson.
I offended him terribly on a television show, a series that was running for a week, to the point where he was going to walk off of the show, leave it, and not come back. And all I did, and I thought we were getting on really well, and I thought he would take it as the fact it is, but also the joke it was meant. And he was sitting on on a sort of couch with us, being interviewed about teaching celebrities to drive motor cars, like sports cars and stuff like that. And at the end of the interview, gone very well, and we'd been getting on well. I said, Brian, by the way, before you go, what's the greatest rock and roll band in the world? He went, AC/DC, Lake. I went, you're wrong, it's Kiss. Anyway, over here, he went mental. He was going to walk off. I apologise, we sorted it out in the end. He's an absolute gentleman, but, don't mention Kiss. Well, you're a little bit early. You don't want to do it now, do you?
I don't know, I was told to be.
No, we'll do it after
we've got Queen next. Yeah, you go back and have another cup of tea, mate. Good, got to have another smoke. Good lad. Before we do that, we've got... bless his keen, isn't he? Bless him. Very quickly, Merchant.
Good evening, stranger.
Oh, God, right. Listen, I'm going to play a Queen record.
Right.
Yes, and then do the travel.
Right.
And then come back. Is what you're going to say going to be worth it?
Yes, it is, stranger.
Yeah, even he doesn't sound that bothered or excited by what he's got coming up. 0330 123 1215. Queen, It's a Kind of Magic.
It's a kind of magic.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Will has you came, you left, and now you're back again. Primed and ready to go.
Ready.
This is something I've been meaning to ask you. I should have asked you off air, but we're on the air now. I'm going to ask it. How loud do you like the music underneath you? Do you like it quite loud?
Yeah, I like it quite loud.
So tell me when.
That's about right.
There. That's
yeah.
louder than I've been doing it. I apologise, sir. Well, with your new loud bed, away you go.
Thank you very much. Heading out of London right now, the A11 is still closed. Going out of the city in Bow because of an accident.
After a hard day at work, turn your car into a delightful meadow of freshness. And breathe. The Home Time Show with Ambi Pure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
This is
Ian Lee on Absolute Radio.
Yes. Now, we've had some phone calls. That's very... hang on a minute. There we go. That's that one there. Let's go. Merchant?
Good evening, stranger.
Are you sure it's worth everybody hanging on what you've got to say?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because if it's not, then you will never be able to call in again. You know that, don't you?
I know that.
OK, before we do that, I'm just going to go to... Is that Alan Caddick? It is Alan Caddick! Alan, are you anywhere near a phone, or are you just shouting very, very loudly at us?
I'm just near a phone.
You are near a phone. Is the phone... Can you make the phone anywhere nearer to you?
Yeah, because I'm using a headset.
You're using a headset. Is the headset on your head or plugged into the phone?
It's plugged into the phone.
It is. Are you definitely sure? Because we can barely hear you, and as always, Alan, you've probably got a lot of wisdom to give us, so we do want to hear you.
Yeah, it's definitely plugged into the phone,
It's
Ian.
definitely plugged in. There's no way you could, I don't know, like hold the phone to your face, is there?
I can try. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
It's raining heavily.
It's raining heavily. Yeah, so always best to wear a headset in those situations. We've got the merch.
Can you hear me now?
It's no different.
I thought it worked.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Right, what we're going to do...
Evening,
Oh, no, they're talking to each other now. This is not what we need. Right, shut up, both of you. I'm going to play the... you know the singer, the lady singer, what's her name? Amy Winehouse?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to play her.
What tune you playing of hers?
I'm playing Back to Black.
Right. Good choice.
Yes. And then we'll come back and we'll talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, is that okay, Merchant? Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeez. Is that okay, Alan?
Definitely is.
Okay, we're looking forward to it.
Okay.
Don't you go putting the phone down now, will you?
I wouldn't.
No, I know, that's the problem, you wouldn't, would you? 0330 123 1215. Please call in and save me from this. Well, let's see. Fingers crossed. Alan, are you there? Alan Caddick, are you there? He put the phone down!
Oh.
Radio wins! Radio wins! Merchant, are you there?
Yes, I am.
He didn't put the phone down! Radio loses, everybody! Radio actually loses. Imagine that, it's lost. OK, Alan, Merchant, what have you got for us?
I'm going to help you with your India trip.
Oh, yes, I'm going to India at some point in a few months' time, for a week. And how are you going to help me?
One, I will help you speak Hindi, and second, I will be helping you on other various topics.
OK, well, yeah, it's a bit vague and a little bit scary. Hey, do you want me to show you something now?
Yes.
Ek do ti cha panche sadat no das.
That is good.
Thank you. Do you want me to sing to you in Hindi?
If you want.
I can do it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I present for the first time, I believe, on Absolute Radio, Iain Lee singing in Hindi. Perdesi janana hai, mujhe chole ke.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Come on, that's proper. And do you know, Merchant, with just one shift of a syllable, I can make that song filthy. Isn't that clever? It's not even my own language, and I can make it filthy. And you know what that shift in syllable would be. So, I tell you what, we haven't got much time. So, tonight, can you give me one Indian phrase that would be invaluable for me?
I can give you more than one, but if you want just the one, I can give it to you.
You will give me just the one. That is correct, yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you the phrase that I can think of.
And you've not even thought of it? You were going to do this yesterday. You've had 24 hours to come up with something. You haven't thought of it yet.
Correction, 23, because I was locked outside.
Oh, you were locked outside. Well, I tell you what, for cheeking me, Alan Caddick's back.
Hello, Ian. Sorry about that.
That's all.
The battery died on my mobile.
No, you died. Who died?
The battery died on the mobile.
Hey, listen, it happens to the very, very best of us, and indeed the worst of us, Alan. So no worries there.
Okay. I'm just wondering when you're going to be on the One Show.
Yeah, me as well, Alan. Why don't you phone up the BBC and ask them?
Well, I think I might have a bit of a crush on that Christine Blakely.
You got a crush on Christine Blakely, have you? She's a very, very beautiful lady.
Yeah, but apparently she wants to go out with Adrian Childs.
I don't think she does. No, I don't think she does want to go out with Adrian Childs.
I'm thinking more like the other way round.
Yeah, no, I don't think... Jesus. No, they don't want... I've met them both, Alan, and they neither of them wants to go out with the other one.
Well, that's
brilliant. It means there's a chance that you can cop off with one of them.
Market.
Yeah, good lad.
Eloise out.
Yes, OK. Now, Alan, I'm going to have to cut you off now. Yeah, good lad. Well, he did the noise. He did the noise for me, which is... Merchant, are you still there?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, I thought I'd cut you... Right, well, OK. OK, so, what do you want?
I would like to give you a phrase that I have finally thought of.
A phrase? OK, an Indian phrase that you had finally thought of. OK, away you go.
Tumaji fasahrahihu.
That wasn't the noise I was expecting. One more time, my friend. Tumaji.
Fasa.
Sasa. Lashi.
Who.
And what does that mean?
You're cheating me.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. Merchant, if we run out of calls tomorrow, then you can come back on and you can do exactly the same thing. Thank you, sir.
You said to lose my life or lose my love.
So here's the thinking behind everything that's driving my life at the moment is I'm thinking of growing a moustache, and we talked about this briefly on Sunday, and as you see, I've not shaved now. I think I last had a shave on Friday. What are you laughing out through the glass for, Rocky? What are you laughing for? Give you a slap, I will. Actually, I won't. He's a big fella, and he could probably knock... Oh, speaking of big fellas, I can't confirm it definitely yet. There's a few more things, but I'm that close to having a wrestle with one of the listeners on the Sunday night show. A couple of things need to be sorted out, but we are genuinely going to invite a listener in to have a wrestle with them. Fingers crossed. How groovy is that, man? It's going to sound fantastic. Anyway, I haven't got time to talk about tashes. We should talk about moustaches. If you've got one, could you give me a call? 0330 123 1215. I need some advice. Thank you. You're listening to Iain Lee, filling in for Jeffrey Lloyd on Absolute Radio, and may I say thank you to all of the people who've bothered in to tell me, emailed in to tell me to get lost. It's appreciated. Here's the news now with Tanya.
It's 7 o'clock. Heavy rain across the UK with some snow. A full radar weather update on its way. You're up to date. It's 7:03.
Are you feeling tired?
Radio travel with Renault.
Thank you, Renault. Are you feeling tired, Will?
I am actually. I'm a little yawny fit.
Yeah, there's a lot of yawny going on in the studio. I'm very... You tired, Davis?
A little bit, yeah.
Eloise?
I'm not that tired.
Oh, listen to you with your purple. We've got a caffeine rush going on. Listen to you. I'm shattered. Anyway, it's time for the travel news now. Here's Will Gowing.
The A11 is still closed heading away from London in Bow this evening. It's your next updates in 20 minutes.
Well, actually, we've got... So Rob has called in with a travel update as well. Rob, what have you got that we've missed?
Just in the main junction of Meadowhall, no crashes, but due to the bad weather, there's some female joggers in white T-shirts. It's like...
OK, there we go. Well, that's fantastic. Will, thank you very much for your travel update. Good lad.
Absolute Radio travel with Renault Van Month. There are great offers, including a year's paid road tax, available at your local Renault dealer this month. Visit renaultvans.co.uk for terms.
I'm your friendly car insurance salesman. Into work, check voicemail, send email, answer phone, email finish, car, and breathe. The Home Time Show with Ambi Pure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
Nuts, I was all queued up for you too, and instead of pressing the play button, don't worry, it's coming, I pressed the blooming don't play button and got rid of it, so just give me a second. Don't laugh, come on. Yeah, your mic's not on, so shush, here we go, this is it. Thank you, there we go. And breathe. Oh, that last chord with the old steptoe theme works well. So I'm thinking of growing a tash. Not going to have it for the wedding. I've never actually had I've had a beard. And
they're back in fashion, though, aren't they?
Well, I think they are. I've seen a lot of gentlemen with big, bushy moustaches, to the point where I was at an evening the other week, and a gentleman sat next to me with such an impressive moustache, I had to stop him and say, how, what? Tell me more about it.
I rather like those Captain Hook ones that twist round and...
They're good. I've only got a couple of months, really, so I wouldn't be able to grow one like that. Listen, Herb, have you got a tash? Herb? Oh, sorry, the wrong fader. Hello, Herb.
Hello.
Have you got a tash?
I have, yes.
Can I ask how old you are?
42.
42, so you're an old man. What kind of moustache do you have?
It's like a a D'Artagnan kind of musketeer.
Oh, so that comes out and do you wax it?
No, I twiddle it. It's good for sort of when you're bored watching telly and...
Yeah. The few times I've grown a beard, and they are kind of fun. There is something good about just stroking your chin or just playing with the upper lip and just stroking it, and there's a bit of hair there.
You're like James Caan out of Dragon's Den.
Have you got any tips for growing one?
Did you ever see James Nesbitt in Murphy's Law?
No, I didn't, but I can imagine it was wonderful with him in there.
And he had a big Mexican. See, I'm a ginge, you see. I'm not sure it would work.
Okay, yes.
He's got black hair.
Yeah.
Big Mexican one. A bit like Rufus Hound, but not...
Rufus Hound's got a fantastic moustache. All right, and very quickly, Herb, because we can barely hear you, how long do you think it will take me to grow a decent one?
Well, maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Well, Herb, listen. Well, I don't believe that. We've started already then, because I haven't. I think I last shaved on Friday.
You've not got very far, have you?
No, I've not got very far.
Are you growing the whole beard and then shaving the beard bit off and just leaving the tash?
I'm scared to have the. I'm scared to just have the tash because that's going to look. That's going to look silly,
it's going to look
isn't
a bit
it?
weird.
Especially at this stage when there's nothing really there. There's nothing really there. If you've got listen, I need to know if you've got a moustache, 0330 123 1215, do they work? Are they good? And if you are a complete anti-moustache gentleman, or a lady indeed, give us a call, let us know. 0330 123 1215. I'm very, very tempted.
Last night we were dancing.
Just quickly before we do the...
Travel with Renault.
Oh, I'm sorry, Renault. You're marvellous, and I keep muffing up your intro. Bless you for being so patient. I must apologise to everybody who's been watching on the webcam. You may have seen a few minutes ago Eloise doing what can only be described as, and I can say this at 7:20, a horny dance. Yes, it was. So apologies if anyone saw that, and apologies to those of you who missed it. Well, Gowing, have you ever grown a moustache?
No.
Because I think you're a ginger.
Yeah.
I think the ginger moustache works.
Apparently gingers aren't allowed facial hair, though.
So hang on, who has said this?
No, it's banned. There's enough ginger hair on the top of your head. You're not allowed it on the face.
I'm a big fan of the gingers and their hair. The ginger-haired lady. Ooh, there's something about that. Yes. There's something. The ginger works for me. Anyway, sorry, we're going off on kind of fetish tangent that serves none of us. So, Will, let's have the travel, please.
In East Sussex, there's a lane blocked on the A27. That's eastbound at the Southwick Tunnel because of an accident there. Keep up to date with all the latest on the roads. absoluteradio.co.uk/travel.
Cheers, we'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ta.
Absolute Radio Travel with Renault Van Month. There are great offers, including air conditioning, available at your local Renault dealer this month. Visit renaultvans.co.uk for terms. This is
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
We're looking for moustache owners and those who hate them as well. I need to... I'm worried I'm going to get laughed at if I have one. 0330 123 1215. It's the hot debate of the day, kids. To have a moustache or not? I just went for a Jimmy Riddle. Well, a bit embarrassing, yeah, thank you. A bit embarrassing because the cleaning lady was in there. So when you go in and there's a cleaner in there, it's like, oh no, I'll come back later. Thinking, I can't come back later, I'm busting for a wee. She's like, no, come in. I'm like, no, whoa, hey, no, I'm not into that. I'm not going to. Anyway, so she went, and I went in. Anyway, the point of the story is not that I urinated, which I did, but that I looked in the mirror. I did. I looked in the mirror, and for the first time, I was able to visualise the moustache. And it looked bloody good. It looked good. I could see it. It's going to come down to there.
Yeah.
Just below the corner of my mouth, and it's going to stop. It's going to look brilliant.
Should we draw it on to test it?
No, you can't draw it on to test it. No, of course you can't. Eric, have you got a moustache?
I haven't personally, no.
Well, why have you called in then, sir?
It's a story to do with a friend of mine who has got a very thick Tom Selleck-style moustache.
Tom Selleck-style moustache. OK, yes.
Yeah, it was a few years ago up in Scotland. We had gone out for a night out up in Clydebank to a nightclub called Whiskey Joe's.
OK.
And basically, the DJ was a party night. DJ had been giving away bottles of champagne for various games and everything.
Well, this sounds like a marvellous place. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, he seen my friend because he was the only person in the whole nightclub with a moustache.
Yes.
And he said, oh, there's a man with a moustache over there.
Yeah.
He says,
For any girl that'll come up and give this man a snog, I'll give you a free bottle of champagne.
What a generous offer.
Yeah. Only problem was he was sat there all night waiting for somebody.
Oh, no, really?
Nobody would...
Okay, let's Eric, let's just verify this, because this nightclub sounds like a wonderful place. I'm going up there tonight. I'm driving up there tonight. So let's get this straight. Are you sure your friend just wasn't hideously ugly?
I can't say that about my own friends, but no, it was because of his passion.
Hey, listen, I've got ugly friends. One of them's in the studio now. I'm joking. I'm not saying which one it is. I'm joking. I'm joking. But so you think that if he hadn't have had the tash, he might have got some snogs in?
I definitely think so, yeah.
Hey, the thing is, Eric, get this, right? I'm getting married, so she ain't got no say in it. I've already got a girl, innit?
Well,
yeah, wicked. You see, that's the lesson there, is make sure you've got one of them ensnared in your life before you grow the moustache. You find them quite sexy, do you?
No.
Eloise, you don't?
No.
Who was the hairy man you just showed us on the camera then, on the internet that we had to look at?
Steve Stevens.
Who is this Steve Stevens? This is why she was doing the sexy dance earlier on. Who is this Steve Stevens?
He's the amazing guitarist of Billy Idol, and he's so brilliant and sexy.
But he looked like a young Ronnie Wood, which is a great look.
With a permatan.
I'm a big fan of Ronnie Wood. What a fantastic guitarist. But it looked like he was wearing the wig that sort of ugly women wear on hen nights.
And he was wearing extremely tight leather trousers.
Oh, he's old enough to be your grandfather.
He's quite disgusting, but I love him because he's so funny.
Oh, fantastic. Last 30 minutes of the show. Do I grow one or not? 0330 123 1215. You listen to Absolute Radio. It's time now to get the latest news. Here's Tanya.
Cricket bosses across the world say the sport must go on despite today's terror attack on the Sri Lankan team in Pakistan, which left 8 people dead and 7 squad members injured. You're up to date. It's 7:31.
0330 123 1215. More of your calls after Snow Patrol.
2 weeks later, like a surplus reprieve.
To the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy because it's easy come, easy go. Little bit high and a little bit low.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a brilliant singer. So up yours, everybody. I'm good. I know. I'm good, Eloise.
It's all right.
I'm good,
now,
Davis.
You're magnificent.
Listen, I'll do some more. To me, to me. It's a bit boring, bit. That's just a long note. Here we go. This bit we can listen. Here we go. Mama. You're taking the mic, love. Actually taking the mic there, and that's rude. That's not good at all. I'm doing it properly. You're taking the mic. We're trying to get hold of Sylvia on her blind date. We ain't getting no answer.
That can only be a good thing, though, surely.
Well, it can mean 2 things. 1, they're getting some loving in. 2, he's killed her. Now, I'm hoping it's not the second. I'm fingers crossed it's the first. Fingers crossed it's the first.
I think by the look on Rocky's face, he's got her.
No. I think he's laughing at my terribly inappropriate comment there. No, so Sylvia is out on a blind date live as we. And to be honest, if you're out on like a first date, a blind date, whatever, and some idiot on the radio would say, "Can we call you back?" You're going to say yes, but you're going to switch your phone off, aren't you? You're not going to want to.
Although by the looks of it, it's ringing, so it's there, but.
Yes, I remember many moons ago somewhere else a guy who had been used to call us in a lot, and he didn't have a girlfriend. Then like 1 week he phoned and said, "I'm going out on a date. I'm going out on a date with this girl. And I'm really excited." And we said, "Okay, well keep calling up and let us know how it goes over the weeks and months." And so we did this, and for months he called in saying, "Well, it's going great. We started kissing. We're sleeping with each other now. We're having a great time. It's getting really close." And then 1 week he phoned in and he said, "It's all gone badly. She's found out that I'm phoning up a radio station telling everyone about our relationship, and so she's dumped me."
Aww.
So maybe it's best that
It's Alan.
No, it wasn't Alan Caddick. Although the reason... no, I can't...
No,
yeah, exactly. But yes, exactly. I can't go into that. So I think I'm going to go for the moustache. I think that's it's going to be the way forward. Ian Grow One, says George. Gosh, what an email address. I know someone who looks just like you, and all the people that you look like. He grew one, and it looked brilliant. So, I'm kind of tempted to possibly do it. 0330 123 1215 is a question on everybody's lips. Where the blooming hell is Ben Jones? Oh, it's the Beatles. I like them. They're good.
There are places I remember.
This is a great bit of music, this is. Hey, listen, thanks to AmbiPure, you can win some stuff. Listen to Christian O'Connell when you wake up all this week or next week. It says this week, thank you for that. All this week, to be off on a very fresh holiday. Listen tomorrow morning, and you could win a fantastic trip to San Francisco to breathe in the fresh air in Yosemite National Park. AmbiPure now has 5 refreshing that music in a second, let's do that again. AmbiPure now has 5 refreshing in-car fragrances in a new, unique, compact device. Go to absoluteradio.co.uk now for another chance to win. That's not a suggestion. That's go now. Listen to this, and then we'll have some adverts. Yes. Thank you.
After a hard day at work, turn your car into a delightful meadow of freshness. And breathe. The Home Time Show with AmbiPure Car Air Freshener on Absolute Radio.
Record.
Iain Lee. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Listen, we've just had someone, bar humbug, someone called in, put the phone down, didn't have the bottle to come on the air and said, can you tell Ian to stop singing, please? No, because I've got a blooming good voice and it's only a matter of time before I have a top 16 hit record. That's when I get to number 16. I remember when the Beatles released Free as a Bird. Which, the video was fantastic, let's be honest, the song was pony. And Lee and Herring did a very funny thing on Fist of Fun, I think it was. They said, it's good to see the Beatles back where they belong at number 4 in the charts. I know that was, hey, it's like having a roller coaster bundle of energy rolling. The Tasmanian devil of radio himself, Benjamin Jones. Jamin.
It's actually not Benjamin, by the way.
Well, what's your name? What's Ben short for?
It's Benedict.
Because he's only 5'8". Well, there's a joke. Are you Benedict?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Not really. I was teased ruthlessly.
No, of course, bullied. And you will be again this week as a direct result.
I kind of like it.
Benedict's kind of Benedict Jones. Are you come from a religious family? It's a religious name.
Not at all. No sort of religious connotations.
Wow.
I think it's the blue solution that you can use in science as well. That was called Benedict's solution. Or Eggs Benedict.
Tumbleweed.
You're listening to a masterclass in how to kill a radio show.
Yeah, that started at 5.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Benedict Jones there, ladies and gentlemen. Benedict Jones. Now, listen, every night we're hoping to get a tip from... Because you're like proper radio. I just come in and mess around. I got this job because I used to be on the telly. That's how I got it. But you're proper radio. So every night you're going to give us a tip, or the listener, in how to get into radio, how to make good radio, whatever. What have you got for us this evening?
I suppose you've got if you're a music presenter, I suppose you've got to like music. You've got to be into a lot of different types of music. You've got to have a bit of a broad spectrum as to what you like. Maybe Bruce Springsteen to, I don't know,
Tom Petty,
Peter, Bjorn and John, something like that.
Yeah, I don't like music.
I've noticed.
Yes. So how does that work?
I think we've just found out, haven't we?
It don't. No. It doesn't work at all. So you've been to the gym today?
Yep.
What is wrong with you? You're in a
can't-
weird
I
mood.
can't-
Have I upset you? 'Cause if
Not
I've
at all.
upset you, say it. Just say it. We'll sort
you know
it
what?
out.
You've never upset me. I like you. Genuinely, I like you.
Can I just say, dear listener, he's stood up, he's now sort of bent over, leaning on the desk, pointing at me like he's some barrow boy. I like you.
I like you.
I like you. Yeah, you're all right. You are not like them other ones. You're all right. You're a good. Yes. Okay. So, but what's? There's something bugging you.
No, I had a boxing class earlier on, and I boxed so hard that I can't actually grip a pen, and my handwriting looks horrendous, so I can't work out what I've written down. Notes for the show a little later.
But was it boxing, or was it what I used to do, boxercise?
No, it's boxing, proper boxing.
But proper boxing, like a fight.
Well, not a fight. I mean, it was training.
But training for a fight.
Yeah, and if you don't hurry up.
Ooh, listen to
Outside, Lee.
Benedict Jones. Benedict Jones there.
Actually, that would be the girliest fight in the world. Fighting, I think it's Bridget Jones 2 between...
The fact that you've even mentioned Bridget Jones 2 and you know the content of that film means whatever you're about to say is completely discounted. Because that's a girl's nonsense film.
What's the best film ever made?
Okay, the best film...
You've already lost here, Ben.
No, okay, the best... Let me just think. The best film ever made is... It's a good question. Well, what are you going to say? What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, you've got a choice. You
haven't got a choice of the best film ever. By definition of that sentence...
Two very different genres. You've got Rear Window, Alfred Hitchcock,
No,
or
it's not
Armageddon.
Is that the one with Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Yes, Armageddon. That's the best film ever made. Did you not cry when he's on the meteor, right? And they're about to nucleify it or whatever they're going to do, and he says, "I'll go down." And Ben Affleck, he sends him back up on the spaceship, and he's going, "Let's tell my little girl I love her, man." It's the best film ever made.
It is. It's one of those films as well where you can watch it on a DVD, you can start it from any chapter, and you'll always enjoy it from even in the middle of it.
You can watch a lot of films on DVD these days, Ben. That's what they come on. That's the format.
Thank you.
Yeah, we go. Well done. He's right, though. We might as well do it, because we've got literally a minute to kill. I've got nothing else to talk about, and I'm bored of his voice. Eloise, what would you say is the best film in the world?
Well, definitely not Armageddon, because I fell asleep twice to that.
Oh, jeez.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I've got that on the Sky Plus. Got that. My girlfriend's not seen that yet. Davis.
National Lampoon's Animal House.
Oh, are you having a laugh? I tell you what's better than that. Caddyshack.
Caddyshack
is a good
you're
film,
right.
man.
Yeah, you've chopped me on that.
Caddyshack is a
Caddyshack is
good
brilliant.
film. It's a good film, isn't it, Rocky? To be honest, in fair play. Okay, well, we kind of just petered into nothing.
Rustling papers, there.
I'm getting ready to go now. That was a disappointing end to be honest, let's be honest, a disappointing show. Off you go, Rocky, you're done, mate. Good lad, well done. Well, I'll be back tomorrow filling in for Jeff. It's only for 2 weeks. Why send me abuse? You know, save yourself the trouble. Don't send me abuse. It's only for 2 weeks, for goodness sakes. Get over yourselves. But hey, to make up for the absolute cack that you've been listening to... Oh, hang on 1 second, I've just got to do this. Alan, what do you want? Yeah, good lad, there we go. OK. We'll end it on that. Benedict Jones coming up next. Thank you very much. Ta-ta.
And trust me, you gotta be there. Tickets go on sale on Friday. Thank you, Ian Lee. Good evening, this is Ben Jones. Discover real music on the home of the no-repeat guarantee. This is Absolute Radio.
It's 8 o'clock. I'm Tanya Snug.